Hi, this is the Y-Shape. My name is Phil Hurley. Taking your game from the range to the golf course may be a little tricky at times. Maybe you have trouble playing as well out there as you do here. I think most people will hit the ball better, a little bit better on the range than they do on the course, unless you get into a mode out there where you're playing maybe a few holes and you're hot, but of course it's easier to hit the ball here than on the course because there's no risk reward. But there are some things that you can do to take your range game out on the golf course, and I think the first one is you want to make sure you can do your drills out on the course to try to, if you're trying to make a change. Don't leave your drills on the range. Take them actually out on the golf course. For instance, if you're trying to, one of our drills is impact to finish. So this is where we're taking the club and we're following, the club is following the body. We're maintaining our Y shape through the ball. We're turning and going up. As you do this, you're watching the face of the club. Make sure that rotates with the turn of the body. The shaft stays in line from its starting position. The hands, the butt end of the grip goes with the body center through the ball, all your weight on your left and so on. So if you're trying to work on that particular part of your game on the course, go ahead and use that as your little practice swing, and then when you hit the ball, of course, you want to feel like you're doing the same thing, and you want to feel the same way. And do these drills, make sure you do all of your drills on the golf course that you do on the range, right? And so that's probably the best way to, if you're working on your game, to transition your game to the golf course. However, there is another kind of a unique way, and this is really when you warm up. Generally, most of the time when we're on the range hitting balls, you're working on something, trying to conjure up a swing, whether it be your playing, your footwork, even your grip, the turn of your body, if you're trying to lead with your legs, whatever it is you're trying to work on. Once you do get something going on the range and you do hit a nice shot, try to remember what that shot looked like. Try to picture that shot in your mind. So when you're working on the range, you're trying to get the feel, you're trying to put the club in position, mechanics, you're trying to get the feel of it, and then you see your result, which is a good shot. On the course, however, your thinking has to really reverse itself. So you see the shot on the course, then you pick the club, and now you're trying to conjure up a swing that will produce that shot. So on-course thinking is directly opposite of what you want to do on the golf course. All right. So and a way to do this is to take your bucket of balls before you play and split them in half. The first half of your balls, you're going to be thinking about your mechanics, making sure the club is in position, footwork, whatever you're thinking about, and that is going to produce the desired result. The second half of your balls, just before you go play, you're actually trying to play golf on the course, on the range. You're playing golf on the range. So you're looking at the shot, you're visualizing the shot, and then you're trying to produce the swing that will give you the shot. With the second half of the balls, make sure you change your targets frequently, as you would on the course. Change your clubs frequently, and that will get you in a little more of a give you a little bit more of a preparation for getting on the course. So I think if you try these two things, your game is going to be a little bit better. All right. Thanks. Good luck.